morning. I guess because I'm having such a fantastic day and you guys came to step in. How everybody doing this morning? Let me get this camera straight. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's good enough for me. We're going to turn it that way. And guess what? Woo! Y'all could have went anywhere. The fact of the matter that y'all came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. Woo! Yeah, today, Tuesday, that's right, December 2nd, 2025. Trump, was Jeffrey Epstein blackmailing Bill Gates? I'm going to tell you guys straight up. Allegedly, I think he was. Where you get all that money from? Where you get all that dough from, Epstein? Also, I don't think it was just Bill Gates either. So we're going to get into it. We got to start our morning prayer because I just want to tell you guys I feel so good this morning. Mark Dorfman, Liberty and Justice, Luigi. There we go. We got my other people over here. I see you, I am. I don't know how to say the rest, but I see you. God bless you. Isa Cabo, hope you're having a fantastic day. Batty Lynn, love you, sis. How you doing over there? What up, my brother, Casey? How you doing, bro? Gotta holler at you, see how you doing, to check in with you some from time to time. Sam Champion, thank you always for showing love. Even though you weren't here yesterday, you already know that you was covered in prayer from us, just to let you know. Okay, Doppel726, and we definitely can't forget our sister Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, Liberty and Justice, Kendra Walker. Also, we can't forget VIP Auction Group and a lot of other people that always show respect. Sam Champion. Amen, you guys. Thank the Lord for another day. Thanks for taking the pain away. And guess what? I'm ready to go. I said they're ready to go. It's time to start the show. Amen. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Anytime you're ready, because I'm ready to go. For real this morning. Let me give you another one. Okay. Olay. Let's go ahead and open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. Um, Don't wanna be a player. I don't wanna be a player no more. I'm a thug, baby. I'm done sure. I say you got what you're looking for. For my thugs now. For my thugs. I don't wanna be a player no more. Punisher said you got what you're looking for. You know. Hey, yo, I'm still not a player, but you still a header. Elevator to the top high. See you later, I'm going. Penthouse freaks, penthouse streets, 10-house suites, 10-house fees, 10-house fees with an option to buy. I don't wanna be a player no more. I'm a thug, y'all. Punisher said you got what you're looking for. Y'all know why I'm turned up, right? Y'all know why I'm turned up, right? Cause this if pump that beat. Tuesday, December 2nd. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that, and that. But we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that just got me lit. Don't wanna be a player. Oh, that was my joint right there. I don't wanna be a player no more. I'm a thug, y'all. Punisher said I got what you're looking for. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Welcome to that's right, our Bottom Line, the #1 show on YouTube from 6 o'clock until we're done. Still ain't messing with us. We still slamming it down like Jordan. We come from that era. Y'all LeBron fans, I feel for you. Because we know who the real GOAT is over here. But y'all, I hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Hope everybody's feeling safe. Hope everybody slept well last night. And the fact of the matter that you're here this morning, that means that you did. We pray for certain people, like Rebecca Lanyon Bueno, who we know that's going through a lot. And sister, just so you know, we got a lot of power of prayer over here because there's a lot of people that care about you. You know that, right? So I just wanted you to know that. Also, Kendra Walker, everybody who always steps up. Liberty and Justice. Also, my boy Casey, Luigi, love you guys, man. Just to let you know, I couldn't do this without any one of you guys. Just to let you know, Batty Lynn, been here from the top of the morning. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? I already have a few of you guys' addresses. I'm gonna get those decals to the people that I've already sent merch out to. Just bear with me. And yes, we're gonna be doing a spotlight. Had to start that off and let you guys know, gotta get a little personable sometimes without the jokes. But now, it's time to get busy. Who we got up in the building? I want to do a couple of more shout outs real quick for Liberty and Justice. Love you, sis. Hope everything is going well. Miss Swanza, I Am TV. Also, Casey, my brother, Kevin Blank, Liberty and Justice, Mark Dorfman, Batty Lynn. Hope everybody's doing good. How you doing, Sky? Just want to make sure everybody's covered here and that we also let the Lord know that we love you and we pray to you every single day. Amen. Thank you for another one, Lord. Amen. That's the part I'm trying to tell you guys as far as them problems presenting opportunities. Without any further ado, you know what I'm going to say. I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on point, stay on topic. Let me know where you're chiming in from, what time it is, as well as what state or city. The reason I ask you those questions is to make sure that I myself go research, because I pay attention to the comments and I want to make sure that I'm getting the right content for the people that's here. This way you could be like, yo, hold on, that's not far from me. Exactly. I try to do things like that to keep the conversation even more in depth and on point so that we stay on topic. You know what I'm ready to do, right? Have no more time to talk. Let's get into these titles. Let's go. What do we have on the board this morning? And boy, do we have a good one this morning. I'm telling you, you need to stick around for the whole one today because we have Trump. Was Jeffrey Epstein blackmailing Bill Gates? What do you guys think? We've shown you documents yesterday where he was asking for $100 million donation for certain things. Last week, we showed you clips from 2000s where his wife said that she told him, you don't stop dealing with Jeffrey Epstein, it's over. Then after that, they got a divorce. A lot more in the kitty. That's just one person. Let's just keep on moving forward. Also, we have a man's pants that was, yes, set ablaze on Times Square. 65-year-old man rushed to the hospital. A lot of activities going on the trains in New York City right now. I feel really bad for the passengers due to the fact that we have a knucklehead governor and now Mom Dami who's talking about taking police off the streets, which is going to make it even worse for the people of New York. Sad situation we have going on here. We've got 2 clips, one back to back, sadly. Keep on moving forward because last but not least, we have the Food Lion, where 2 have been charged criminally in an altercation over a turkey. Yes, it happens. We see people wigging out over Popeye sandwiches. We see people throwing French fries in McDonald's. Well, guess what? Food Lion, while the Thanksgiving holiday was going on, this fool's actually pulled out pals over a turkey. So guess what? Without any further ado, let's get to work. It's time for me to get these clips up. Hope you guys had a good evening. Hope you got something to drink. It's time for me to get to work because Pete Hegseth said he did not order a second attack on Venezuela, as per Donald Trump. Let's get into it, you guys. It's time to get to work. I'm ready to stack this deck. Let's go.
On the Venezuela boat strike, if there were a second strike that killed people wounded in the first strike, were you thinking
number one, I don't know that happened. And Pete said he did not want them. He didn't even know what people were talking about. So we'll look at we'll look into it. But no, I wouldn't have wanted that, not a second strike. The first strike was very lethal. It was mine, and if there were two people around, but Pete said that didn't happen.
Does that make you?
I have great confidence
He's
in
saying
that.
there's no second strike.
So they're basically talking about the last strike that was on a supposedly derug boat. They're saying instead of striking it twice, when you saw that it didn't, I mean, when striking it one time, you saw that it didn't go ablaze. Why'd you strike it two times? And he's saying that Pete didn't order that. I didn't see this clip myself. Don't really know which strike they're talking about. I've probably actually witnessed up to the 18th strike myself. Here, let's keep on moving.
I don't know. I'm going to find out about it. But Pete said he did not order the death of those two men.
Do you have any concerns about how those boat strikes have been carried out at all?
Very little, because you can see the boats, you can see the drugs in the boats, and each boat is responsible for killing 25,000 Americans. So, and they're doing an amazing job. And you know, we're getting, you just look at the numbers. The amount of drugs coming into our country by sea is infinitesimal compared to what it was just a few months ago.
So 25,000 people per boat. So what do you guys think? Does the math? Y'all let me know in the comments. Let's keep on moving forward. We're going back over to Washington, where the White House creates a website to call out fake news reporting. Carolyn Levitt, she tortures an NYT reporter at the White House. She calls them offenders of the week. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I ain't gonna ask for no likes yet. Let me stack this deck up and get this working. Let's go.
The White House today launched a new fake news portal, which I found interesting. What is your objective with that, ultimately? And are you going to name the news networks? And are you also going to name some of the correspondents, some which may be here today?
Yes, we are. I'm glad you noticed. Much to the dismay of some of your colleagues in the room, John. And I think it goes to our original promise on day one to hold the media accountable, because unfortunately, and we deal with this all day, every day around here, there are so many fake stories that are unfortunately written that have inaccurate characterizations of meetings that took place, and it's all based on anonymous sourcing. And you know, the standard for journalism, unfortunately, has dropped to such a historic low in this country. And again, we deal with it every day, where you can have an anonymous source who has no idea what they're talking about, zero credibility, call up a reporter in Washington and say, hey, I heard this, and then the next thing you know, it's on the front page of the New York Times. It's really incomprehensible. We appreciate the journalists, some of those who are in this room who do reach out for comment, who try to get things right, and there are some that remain. But overwhelmingly, the fake news that we see pumped out of this building on a day-to-day basis, it's honestly overwhelming to keep up with it all, and to constantly have to defend against these fake news and these
Any examples, please?
attacks. And I will point out one fake news story over the weekend before I let you all go, from the New York Times that took about 1/3 of the president's daily calendar and his daily schedule, and said that he's doing less than he did in his first term, or he might not be fit for the job. That is unequivocally false, and it's deeply unfortunate that this story was written by the same outlet and the same reporter who wrote this: Biden is doing 100% fine after tripping while boarding Air Force One. Oh, same outlet, same reporter who wrote that President Trump is not fit for the job. Are you kidding me? You all see him almost every single day. He is the most accessible president in history. He is taking meetings around the clock. Another one. Biden declared, quote, healthy and vigorous after his first presidential physical. I don't see headlines like that too often about this president. Again, same reporter, same outlet who wrote falsely over the weekend that President Trump is not fit for the job. I can assure you he absolutely is. You all see that with your own eyes on a daily basis, and the president's physician has now given you all 3 detailed reports on the state of the president's health. So with that, I will leave you all, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
That's what you call bringing the receipts and reading somebody. You might not like it, but when somebody brings the receipts like that, things that make you go, Keep on moving forward, and we're going to stay in Washington right now, because Trump pardons a former Honduran president that's contradicting the Venezuelan situation. So it's basically what they're saying is like, why let go the Honduran president when the Venezuelan president is doing the same thing? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Check this out. We're covering everything right now. We're making sure we get the smorgasbord out of here.
On a striking contradiction to his crackdown on the Caribbean drug trade, President Trump announced over the weekend that he will pardon the former president of Honduras, who was convicted just last year of conspiring to import cocaine into the United States. Jay O'Brien has the story. Good morning, Jay.
Yeah, good morning, George. President Trump has repeatedly warned that
Someone in the comments says, let's see him run a mile, talking about President Trump.
drug cartels present an urgent danger to the United States. But this morning, in a major contradiction, the president announcing he's pardoning Juan Orlando Hernandez, the former president of Honduras, currently serving a 45-year prison sentence here in the U.S. for drug trafficking and weapons charges. In 2024, the Department of Justice said that for nearly 2 decades, Hernandez helped cartels, quote, move mountains of cocaine into this country, and it was at the center of one of the largest and most violent drug trafficking conspiracies in the world. And despite that, in a post announcing his endorsement of the conservative candidate in Honduras' ongoing elections, Trump also promised to grant Hernandez a, quote, full and complete pardon, claiming the former leader had been treated very harshly and unfairly, and arguing without evidence that Hondurans believe Hernandez was, quote unquote, set up. Now, Democrats slamming this move, calling it part of a string of controversial pardons issued by President Trump. Even Republican Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana questioning why the administration would pardon Hernandez and then go after Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro on similar accusations of drug trafficking. George.
Okay, Jay, thanks very much.
We
On a striking
we got to keep going forward, you guys. I told you, we're going to cover it all, and we're going to get it from all sorts of different news today. You see, we going everywhere today, so y'all can't say, oh, you're staying on Fox. No, we're not staying in the foxhole today. We're going to get over to a situation where, again, I have nothing to do with this. I stay away from religion, and like I try to stay away from party. Just so you guys know, just in case you just came here and you haven't been here before, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, and I'm not an independent. I'm a human being. I've made a platform for other human beings, no matter what your party is, so that you can come here and voice your opinions on politics and different various topics. And it's non-biased. I try to stay as away from giving you like, oh, if you don't like my opinion, you can't stay here. We don't play that game around here. I got kicked off of other platforms because of that. So we made this platform so that you can actually voice your opinion. Hopefully we can debate and hopefully get constructive debates going on where we can come up with resolutions. Yes, I might joke around about certain things, call certain people out about certain things, but that's all in fun, just to let you guys know. And my overall mission is to do exactly what I said earlier, is to create a debate situation where we can actually speak and create solutions, because I do think that human beings with brains can make our own decisions to come up with great resolutions and solutions to situations. Let's keep on moving forward right now. I have no skin in the game on this. Benjamin Netanyahu seeks a pardon, all right? He's seeking a pardon right now. What's this pardon about, you guys? Let's get into this real quick.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has asked the country's president for a pardon in his long-running corruption trial. In a video statement released on Sunday, he said the criminal proceedings were hindering his ability to govern and that a pardon would be good for Israel. Netanyahu, the country's longest-serving prime minister, denies the charges he faces of bribery, fraud, and breach of trust. His lawyer said in a letter to President Isaac Herzog's office that the prime minister still believes the legal proceedings would result in a complete acquittal. In response, opposition leader Yair Lapid argued Netanyahu cannot be pardoned without admitting guilt. In a video addressing the president, he said Netanyahu must also express remorse and immediately retire from political life. The case has drawn the attention of a powerful ally. US President Donald Trump wrote to Herzog this month, urging him to consider pardoning Netanyahu.
Why don't you give him a pardon?
Pardons in Israel are typically granted only after legal proceedings have ended and the accused has been convicted. However, Netanyahu's lawyers argued the president can intervene when public interest is at stake. They said the cases against Netanyahu had deepened societal divisions and that ending the trial was necessary for national reconciliation. They also said the increasingly frequent court hearings were a burden to the prime minister's attempts to govern. Netanyahu was indicted in 2019 in 3 separate but related cases. They center around accusations that he granted favors to prominent business figures in exchange for gifts and sympathetic media coverage. President Herzog's office described Netanyahu's request as extraordinary with significant implications. It said the president will responsibly and sincerely consider the request after receiving relevant opinions.
Okay. What do you guys think about that? I don't even know what he's being pardoned about, but I'm sure there's a lot of people in the comments that definitely know what's happening on that topic, which is why we cover it. I got to make sure that every topic, especially when it's big world news like that, is being covered. So let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Hope everybody's appreciating the content that we pull, try to make sure we sink in and trying to get every different category, trending topics, current events, and much more going on. Let's get on over to, y'all ready? And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. Imagine they let me sing at a Yankee Stadium one day. I'd be like, oh my God, hold on a minute. Y'all really gonna let me sing this? Yo, let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Start spreading the news. We got Luigi Mangione right now. He appeared in court in Lower Manhattan on Monday. I gotta tell you guys, his legal team is very good. They're seeming to try to break down various charges before he's heading into trial. And I gotta tell you, these guys are pretty good. He's got a strong legal team because he got that money, 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 money. Remember, he comes from money and he's already got over what, 75 to, I think it's about $750,000 in the reserve from various people that's been sending him donations for his legal. Check it out.
Tomorrow, Luigi Mangione will be in court in Lower Manhattan. The 27-year-old is accused of murdering the CEO of United Healthcare last December in Midtown. Hearings for Mangione this week will focus on whether certain evidence should be allowed at trial. Alice Gaynor has more on what we can expect in court.
Luigi Mangione's defense attorneys argue statements he made to law enforcement should be suppressed because they claim officers failed to provide Miranda warnings, which is when a suspect is informed of their constitutional rights. The defense also argues evidence seized at the time of his arrest at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, should not be allowed at trial because they claim law enforcement did a warrantless search of his backpack after he was handcuffed and surrounded by officers. Among the items inside that backpack, a gun with 3D printed receiver and ammo, and a red notebook he allegedly used as his diary. One of the entries reads in part, quote, "The target is insurance. It checks every box." There was also a note to the FBI that reads in part, quote, "Frankly, these parasites had it coming." Legal analyst Rich Schoenstein.
The prosecution argues that there was good reason to search the bag immediately because they had to find out if there was anything dangerous in the bag. If you've just arrested somebody who you think has shot a man in the back in the middle of the street, you might be worried about what else is in that bag. And indeed, there was a weapon in that bag. So I think the prosecution has the stronger argument here.
Defense attorneys don't want the notebook entries or other writings put into evidence at these hearings, claiming it will prejudice Mangione if they are made public and potential jurors hear about it. The defense also argues against non-eyewitness identification testimony at trial, meaning someone who was not a witness to an alleged crime who makes an identification from a picture or video. Prosecutors deny the defense's allegations. The defense has also renewed its request for Luigi Mangione to sit unshackled at the defense table. They want at least one hand free so he can write. The hearings are expected to last several days, possibly a week. I'll be in the courtroom bringing you updates throughout the proceedings. Alice Gaynor, CBS News, New York.
Got a good loyal legal defense there, boy. Yeah, that was 3 requests right there. First, they want them to knock down the weapon for illegal search. Oh, I'm sorry. First, they want to knock down the conversation that he basically was speaking about because they're saying he didn't get his Miranda rights read. That's number one. Second thing was for the weapon. Third thing that they're requesting is that he only has one handcuff on while he's at court. That's also for appearance sakes. because they don't want to infect the jury with, oh, he's standing there with his 2 hands on the handcuffs, or he's got orange jumpsuit on. So for appearance sakes, it's different. When you see somebody for a number of months, it's a little different when your characterization, and they're actually trying to save his life right now if you think about it. This does have to do with the F penalty. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I got a lot. I'm telling you, I told you it's going to be a good show today. Hope you guys are appreciating the content. This is the point where we start begging for likes. Doom, doom. We start begging for the likes. Let's get those likes up, baby. Let's hit that like button right there, you guys. Let's go ahead and try to get those numbers up right there so that the ends can justify the means. We don't try to hit your pockets up too much because we know it's hard out there for a pimp. And you see I'm rocking that purple pimp suit today. So yeah, I'm not really trying to hit your pockets up. But we would appreciate if you guys can put some fat on those numbers over there when it comes down to the like button. If you like what you're looking at. My mama always tell me that if you're going to be somewhere longer than 5 minutes, you must like where you're at. So all we're asking, show us the love, y'all. Show us the love. Thank you for the love down there. Let's try to get those numbers up, because once we get the numbers up, we get much more people to come over here and enjoy the show the same way that you guys are. I still have more on this topic right here, though. So I want to just keep on moving forward since we do have a little bit more on this topic.
Nearly 1 year after accused killer Luigi Mangione allegedly took his fatal shot, he's heading back to court ahead of what could be one of the most closely watched trials in decades. So closely watched that even a routine pretrial hearing is capturing attention. At the center of it, evidence from the moments he was captured inside a Pennsylvania McDonald's. The defense team arguing that Mangione was not read his Miranda rights right away, and that anything police learned in the roughly 17 minutes before then should not be allowed in court. They're also arguing that the evidence collected from his backpack, including what police describe as a 3D printed gun and a so-called manifesto, should be thrown out, since police didn't have a search warrant.
Now, if all that stuff is thrown out, you might as well forget about the case, because then everything else basically kind of say it didn't happen. You throw all that out, nobody got pow-pow. That's going to be pretty hard, buddy. Let's get on over to Minnesota. What's his name, you guys? I'm not going to say it, but what Trump call him? Ampon Tim? M. Walls? I'm not going to say it. Hell with it. Tampon Tim Walls faces a massive fraud scandal, defense positions, and losing more than $1 billion. He's being blamed for a situation that's going on in Minnesota right now, you guys. So let's get into it real quick. Oh, matter of fact, no. I got an update on some breaking information right here. Sorry, you guys. This is way more important than Tim Walls right now. Everybody on Snap, I got some information for you. Starting today, you have to work up to 80 hours a month in order to keep your Snap benefits. Let's get into it. And that's not just in one place. That's everywhere now. It's breaking news right now. I thought that this would be more important than Tim Walls. Let's get this open and let's get it heard.
New work requirements for food stamp recipients, thanks to the big, beautiful law. Those kick in today and could save taxpayers billions. Fox Business's Darren Botello joins us now from Capitol Hill with more. Hey, Darren.
Hi, Dagan. So starting today, millions of food stamp recipients all across the country are going to have to work, volunteer, or participate in job training for at least 80 hours a month. Those are the new requirements. As you said, this is all under the One Big Beautiful Bill that was passed this past summer. And if you don't, you can only receive benefits for 3 months in a 3-year period. This applies to Americans 55 through 64 years old who may have children 14 to 18 years old. This also ends previous exemptions for many homeless people, veterans, and young adults aging out of foster care. Here's Snap by the numbers. 42 million Americans are on it, with a majority at or below the poverty line and in households that include children, seniors, or someone with a disability. Now, according to the Congressional Budget Office, the new requirements are expected to reduce the average monthly number of SNAP recipients by about 2.4 million people over the next decade. Here's Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins talking to Fox about allegations of SNAP fraud and even illegal immigrants using the program under the Biden administration.
They were trying to say, I knew it, they're always trying to say that, oh, food stamps, illegal immigrants aren't getting food stamps. Yeah, okay. I didn't see them in the BJs and didn't see them in the supermarket with the kids. Where else they getting money from? I didn't see them sliding that food stamp card with $14,000 and $10,000 worth of food stamp monetary on there, making the regular American citizens a straight slap in the face. Come on now, we saw that. We're not stupid.
We asked every state for the first time in history, and this was in February, to send us their data and let us, with Doge and a war room, actually start going through this data to better understand how this explosion of SNAP benefits happened under Joe Biden. We've studied about $100 billion in spend. We have found thousands and thousands of illegal use of the EBT card. We have been moving people off of SNAP. We've got almost 700,000 people, I think, we've moved off.
And if you're new to SNAP, the rules could start immediately or at your next recertification. Dagan?
Darren?
So yeah, if you just got it, it can start immediately, or the next time you try to go in there and be like, put on the Academy Award acting scene like, yeah, I'm here to, recertify. It's just been so hard. They're going to be like, yeah, well, guess what? It's so hard to tell you the truth, but you got to get back to work. And you got to do that 80 hours. Let me tell you the trick to the 80 hours. I'm going to just put you guys on to something, right? 80 hours a month. That's going to make you say to yourself, might as well get a regular job for that if all that's going to benefit me is those SNAP benefits, huh? Think about it. And it's also probably going to take a lot of weight off of certain people, huh? Yeah. Instead of sitting up all day just snack tweedling, throwing Kit Kats and all sorts of Little Debbies and honey snacks and eating up all the kids' Capri Suns and all of that stuff, ain't going to be able to do that no more. See ya. Hope you had a good time. Bye now. It's over for that, y'all. Now we can get over to Tim Walz as he faces mad fraud scandal. Because now we can get to that part right there. Now we can get over what's going on with Tim Walz, y'all. Let's go.
Do you take responsibility for failing to stop this fraud in your state?
Well, certainly I take responsibility for putting people in jail. Governors don't get to just talk theoretically. We have to solve problems. And I will note, it's not just Somalis. Minnesota is a generous state. Minnesota is a prosperous state, a well-run state. We're AAA bond rated, but that attracts criminals. Those people are going to jail. We're doing everything we can. But to demonize an entire community on the actions of a few, it's lazy.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz deflecting on the fraud schemes that prosecutors say led to the theft of more than $1 billion in taxpayer funds. Many of the defendants are members of the state's Somali community. Let's bring in Minnesota House Speaker Lisa DeMeth. She is running against Tim Walz for governor. That election is next year. Lisa, for people who are catching up from the holiday weekend, how would you describe the fraud that was happening in Minnesota?
Fraud in Minnesota under the watch of Governor Walz has exploded in his 7 years as governor. There are 28 known scandals of fraud, just over 7 years. And as you heard, Dana, he has said that he takes responsibility for putting people in jail, but he's never apologized to the taxpayers. He's never taken accountability of saying this has happened on his watch, and he's pushed it aside until I, as Speaker of the House, established the Fraud Prevention and Agency Oversight Committee this legislative session, and it has finally drawn national attention. Something that has gone on for years, $1 billion or more of fraud under Governor Walz, finally getting national attention. Thank you.
Speaking of that national attention, it's not just here on Fox News, but the New York Times wrote about it as well, saying that how fraud swamped Minnesota's social services system on Tim Walz's watch. And this is also a lawyer for one of the defendants saying no one was doing anything about the red flags. It was like someone was stealing money from the cookie jar and they kept refilling it. Lisa, there were whistleblowers who were ignored?
That is what we are hearing. And we did put additional whistleblower protection in during this last legislative session. We also tried to put in an Office of Inspector General, an independent Office of Inspector General, and the Democrats in the House denied us that opportunity. It had been passed in the Senate, bipartisan, and we could not get it through the House as a protection, I believe, for Governor Walz, not wanting that Office of Inspector General on an outside view looking in to see what he was really doing. I think he prevented that from going forward.
I'm going to read to you from the White House Rapid Response.
All right, you guys. All right. What y'all think? Y'all think there's any merit to the story? You think there's any truth there? Do your boy a favor if y'all appreciate the content. Like I said, we pool this every single day. Your boy actually starts after the show, right? I start pooling. Then at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I do pool again to make sure that everything is in sync for today's news, to make sure that we're on point. All the way up until I press that button. There's been times where it's 5 o'clock and all of a sudden breaking news comes in. I got to get that. So sometimes the deck is stacked so long, you just got to try to get it all out. We got to keep on moving forward right now to Miami. Let's get into some entertainment news. Megan Thee Stallion basically wins that defamation trial. We've been following this all week. It's finally over. Guess how much money she won? Not even lawyer fees. Let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. I say not even lawyer fees because I'm going to show you how much she won. And if it's only 75 grand, I would say that that would be about the lawyer fees and the flights and the hotels to deal with this situation overall, right? So it's kind of like breaking even.
Breaking news to bring you, a jury has now found social media commentator and blogger Milagro Cooper guilty of defaming rapper Megan Thee Stallion during the trial. Her legal name, by the way, is Megan Pete. She testified that Cooper participated in this targeted and coordinated social media campaign to harass, intimidate, and defame her in concert with rapper Tory Lanez, who was convicted of shooting and injuring her back in 2020.
Look at Wasandra, y'all. Look at the question that Wasandra's asking. Wasandra, nice to see you, but we don't care about platforms because we get the information. Like if somebody run in the room and say it's a fire, we don't say, oh no, I don't believe you because it's you. We still gonna check and see if it's a fire. We don't do that. We get the information and then we make our own assessments.
Legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer here once again as we sort of read through what's happened here. Brian, what do we know?
Yeah, so Milagro Cooper was found liable, not guilty. This is a civil case for 3 different claims: defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and something that's unique to Florida, and that's using those deep fake adult pictures of Megan Thee Stallion that were fake in AI. Now, overall, we're seeing, as you kind of break it down, it's a total of $75,000 in damages. Megan Thee Stallion never listed how much she was actually looking for in this case, but that's a number that the jury came up with. But here's a bit of the twist, and probably is more interesting to us in the media. One of the questions that the jurors were interested or tasked to decide is whether or not Cooper is what's called a media defendant, a blogger who acts more like you, Kira, like a person in the media. And they were kind of mixed in that decision. So now it's going to go to the judge to decide whether or not Cooper is a media defendant. And the way that affects, one, how bloggers operate going forward is going to be one thing, but it also affects Megan Thee Stallion because if this is a media defendant, then they were not given the proper notice and that defamation lawsuit could actually be thrown out.
Okay, so the defamation lawsuit where it's saying that she defamed her by saying certain things. When you're in the media and you're doing news and coverage, you have to be contacted by that person saying, hey, you got to retract that story because that's not the truth. And you have to give that media person a certain amount of time in order to do so. You can't just start pressing charges and going against. That's the one charge that they're talking about. The other thing that I was talking about as far as the amount of monetary, again, it's $75,000. I think she's basically doing it overall just to prove a point so that other people don't do things like that. Thirdly, my assessment on the overall trial, I think that clause is going to be thrown out. She's not going to get that. Why? She used the AI images. She used some actual enhanced images. Anyone in media would not do anything like that because that they know that they're not legally supposed to do anything like that. That's probably going to be the part of the judgment that tips the scale when it comes down to the judgment. And she's probably going to wind up definitely after paying $75,000. And I don't personally think that she's going to be able to wiggle out of this saying that I'm a media person because of the AI images. If you're in media, why are you putting up AI naked pictures of somebody or videos of actual acts that is not real? That's what breaks the line right there for me.
Or the defamation claim, just the claim, not the other two.
All right, Brian, thank you. We can always count on you for.
Now, I don't particularly deal with her music or whatever like that, but I mean, fair is fair, right is right, wrong is wrong. Keep on moving forward now, because it ain't over. What we got to talk about now is now, what y'all want to do? You want to be ballers, shot callers, brawlers, who be dipping in the bins with the spoilers, on the low from the Jakes and the Taurus. I'm trying to get my hands on some grants like Horace. Yeah, living the raw deal. 3-course meal, spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal. I ain't even do that song yet. Probably gonna do that soon. Let's get on up to it, y'all. Y'all know where we going with this. We got some Diddy news right now, and guess what? It's behind the scenes information. I want to know. You guys want to see this whole clip? You got to let me know while we're watching this. It's 4 minutes long. We only go 2 minutes most of the time, but you guys are the co-hosts, and if you're liking it, you tell me let's keep on watching it, Bugatti, all the way to the end. That's what we're going to do. So I'm listening to you guys right now. I'm going to start it right now. We're going to watch this video clip, and it's going to explain what it's about. Anybody interested in giving your boy a like, I really appreciate it, because let's get up out of those crackhead double digits right there. We got 475 people in the building. Can we do better than that? I'm looking like Hunter. I can feel it. Biden right now with the likes department. Come on now, hook your boy up. Come on now, let's go.
This morning, never before seen footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September.
You want to put the stuff in my fan? Now again, I hate to be like that, but what we got? What we got in the like department? We getting respectful. Can we get 200 people? Can we get 200 since we already got the 450 right there? I'm gonna ask for a lot right now. This is exclusive, and this is exclusive content right here. And I've been walking. I've been working. Come on, y'all, come on. Let's get those likes up. It's up to y'all whether I press the button. All you gotta do is hit the like button, the 3 dots right there, and then you hit the like. Go ahead and hit that notification bell down there too if y'all wanna get that going. Come on now, let's get it going. I hate to stop content. I like to keep it flowing.
The exclusive video obtained by Netflix shows Combs debating with his lawyers about strategy.
Listen to me. I'm gonna get off the phone right now.
Thank you, Surround.
And I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
The footage is part of a new.
I'm talking about your boy. He running this like he running a business. Look, we losing right now. We losing. Y'all not in sync right now. I need y'all to work together.
Listen to me. I'm gonna get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
The footage is part of a new, highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, titled Sean Combs: The Reckoning.
Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bag. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like 150 hugs.
I can't let that play. This only a night
As
play
well,
in
and
the
there was
background.
one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
Went away.
went
Got in
away.
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash. Like I'm dirt. That was, it show you his character.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah. I mean, and what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera?
And you know you coming for his throat. I know how you are. You're not taking your foot off his neck till you get everything. Okay, we get it, Fifth. We get it. Trust me, I know.
That's one of the moments
I know
where he
you.
forgot he was on tape.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right? For 20 years, right? It's me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester.
Did you also know that his baby mama, actually hung out with Diddy, and Diddy had her on a $10,000 a month salary? So could that happen to be something to do with it too? I'm just asking, you know.
Like maybe you'll come play with me, type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
The four-part series also features two jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty of 2 prostitution offenses, but clear of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, both sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie.
36 or 38 months, something like that. I'm asking you guys now, do you want to see the rest? This is that part where I start going. I just want to know, do you want to see it? Because it's time for me to stop. We halfway through. Normally we stop at this point. You guys let me know. Thumbs up if you want to keep on watching this content right here, or move to the next clip. Thumbs down. Thumbs up if you want to stay here. Thumbs down if you want to move to the next clip. Thumbs up to stay here on this clip because it's 2 more minutes. Thumbs down and go. Y'all run the show. Watching it. All right, let's go. Get the screen back open. Get the little bit that I messed up on. Open that back up and we at it.
Sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie. Juror 75 describing them as 2 people in love. And Juror 160 saying in part, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. Cassie, is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in she's like 18, like 19 years old. In the very beginning, after a while, over time, you conditioned for it.
The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Not all. Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or
that's in hip-hop.
Those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that.
Yeah.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
He's going to sue.
Wow, this is amazing.
He's going to sue.
I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
That's what he's going to do.
Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth in it.
I know that guy right there. And I know Fifth. It ain't over. Don't you ain't like the beat? I told you guys, the party ain't over. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. I told you we'd be going to work over here. And y'all, just like me, we both control the show. I can't do it without you, and you can't do it without me. I done told you guys so many times. If it was just me up in here playing videos, they would have been knocked on the door and came and got me with the white suit. Like, this dude is crazy up in there talking to himself playing videos. This is a full circle show over here. So yes, we pay attention to each other over here, and we work with each other. Let's get on over to doom 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 doom. Do do doom 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby, get him! Yeah, we adding that to it. Ice, ice, baby, get him! That's what we adding that to the ice, ice, baby now. We going over to Chinatown where the ICE agents defend themselves as chaos starts to interrupt due to protesters rolling outside of a New York City federal building, investigations building. I don't know what gives these people the Bills Knowles to do this. I don't got the time on my hands to do it, but yes, a lot of people want to be vocal, and this is what they doing in New York.
You're on camera, don't f***ing do that!
Come on, what happened?
So So y'all wondering why I don't go down to Chinatown and get no more footage? I ain't trying to get caught up in all this crap. I'm talking about this is almost an everyday occurrence right now, especially by that Fed building. When I take that camera and I walk around that corner and we see all of those people with all of those clothes and stuff on the ground, like right up the block, that's where this is happening. No, thank you. And to be honest, I don't feel that strong about it. To be honest with you, I'm sorry, I just don't feel that strong about it. What Liberty said? Yeah, he is. 50's a respectable guy. See, of course, we got different situations going on here. Of course, right here, we got a bootlegger. This is one of those guys that's running probably the Louis Vuitton, the fake bags and certain things. Probably definitely doesn't have any immigration paperwork or anything like that. He's out there as a runner, finding people, running them back to whatever bags they have. Inside that clutch bag right there, we gonna go there. He probably has a bunch of photos. Inside of those photos, you're gonna see like different Louis bags, watches and things like that. He may even have a few watches on himself to try to sell in the streets. All of it is what we call gaga, fake stuff. Yeah, but now he has two issues. One is the misdemeanor just from actually the occurrence from him getting arrested. And the second thing is if he don't got no paperwork, doom, 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 doom. And that goes for everybody. So what they do is they run up on him. And when they catch him, let me see your passport. You don't got your paperwork? Got to go.
Are you the drummer? Shame on you! You, you got the answer. You, give it all.
Take you guys a little further with this. Now you see her? You see the little innocent face up there, right? See that one right there? She got her hands behind her back too. So as you guys can see, that's probably even a customer that got caught with a lot of stuff. They're gonna take you too. You got 10, 15 bags or something like that, and you get caught trying to take those little buses out here to come get some of that to take back to your little small town, and you heavy with it, yeah, you might go too.
I hear you acting my country. What more? That's for flying civil liberties court? Shame on all of you! This other guy with the white shirt. Shame on all of you!
These guys are enforcing the job. They're doing a bootlegger situation where they're out there and for people that's infringing on trademark and a lot of different various situations going on, you guys. So I don't know what to say about that. A lot of people in the comments are okay with it. They're like, yo, if you're not supposed to be here, time to go. Let's keep it moving forward, you guys, because we got to get over to Times Square. We got some breaking news that I'm so tired of hearing about. Where we going? You guys already know. We're going down to the train stations. Times Square, the #1 train station in Manhattan. That's right, the #1 hub. No matter what you say, if you go to Times Square, you can almost get on any train. You can go to Penn Station. You can go anywhere through Times Square. Guess what? We had a report yesterday where a man's pantalones, you see that right there, was set on flames. Fuego. His pants were set on flames. And he was a 65-year-old man. Second time something like this is happening in New York. He was rushed to the hospital. We got some follow-ups on it. Let's go, guys. From what I see, it looks pretty severe. The coloring is discolored, and it looks like it's already been, yeah, they had to take his pants off because of the flames. And this is in Times Square, you guys, where Kathy Jokel Hochul is saying it's about to be $3 to ride the most unsafe trains in the world right now. And of course, if you don't do that, you can option to just go ahead and drive your car and come in. And then you're going to pay $9 just to go past 59th Street to get 60th to 60th Street if you have an easy pass. If you don't, it's $14. They've probably gotten up to, I would say, about $160 $56 million in theft in doing this so far. And they're saying that they're using it for the train stations. We don't see it. The city is Gotham. It's really Gotham City. Everybody is a player. Everybody is a character now at this point. Anything that you can fathom or make up in your head, give it a week, it's going to happen. Or Google it. Probably already did. You got warrants. 65-year-old man in Times Square, legs inflamed. Right after that, guess what, you guys? Not 8 hours later. Not 8 hours later. Oh, you think I'm not doing my homework? Not even 8 hours later. The same train station, 2 in custody, pow, pow, in the train station. Yeah, 42nd Street, Times Square, A and C line. This is not the same video. This is not the same day. Yes, matter of fact, I'm sorry. This is not the same video. This is the same day, 8 hours later.
I'm Christine Johnson, and thankfully no one was hit when that shooting unfolded at the busy 42nd Street Port Authority station. Addie Guajardo joins us live at the scene in Times Square with more. Addie?
Well, hey there, Christine. Just within the hour, police took down crime tape just behind me at this busy train station as investigators gathered evidence, including a shell casing they found here. Now, this all seems calm right now, but that wasn't the case earlier this evening. Police say they received a 911 call for shots fired just before 8:30 p.m. tonight. They say the shooting stemmed from a dispute here at the 42nd Street and 8th Avenue subway station. Police say a bystander told them a gun was discharged here on the mezzanine level on the ACE subway line. A performer here at the station at the time of the shooting tells us he heard a gunshot and says the sound echoed throughout the subway station, sparking chaos and fear.
We just heard a shot in the hallway. Everybody ducked, everybody started running, everybody started screaming. It was either just a warning shot or maybe he aimed and missed, but everybody was scared. It happened so fast, I didn't even know. I'm just glad I didn't see anybody get hit.
So now, the reason I'm mad and I'm angry, the truth, I'm probably in that train station like 3 times a week. Probably in that same spot twice a week. Me. Yeah. Close. It's real out here. And y'all, no fear mongering. Finally getting down to the real stuff. And they're talking about putting social workers out here. What is a social worker going to do against a pow-pow when we need more police? And yeah, black man saying we need more police. Because I want people to live. And I want the police that we get to be actually good. Because all of these new cadets that we getting, when we got citizens on patrol right now, we might as well have Police Academy 19 running New York right now. We got Police Academy out here, /Keystone. Don't know what the hell they doing. Talking about, we're going to get a whole bunch of new cops that's going to graduate. And who going to train them? You either fired the older guys that can train them, that know the land, or they left because they can't get rank. And they don't want to be under throw-up face, who was the sanitation commissioner, and now you guys, because of DEI, made her the head of the police. What police officer or commissioner or lieutenant or sergeant would want to work under somebody like that that doesn't have the rank? Not only that, but you can't keep rank in New York. Revolving door. Somebody get locked up. By the time they get locked up, the police officer see that same person get out. That makes the police officer feel like, shit, what the hell? I might as well let people do what the hell they want to do. That's why when you really go in the train station, all you really see is this. This is what the cops be doing. This is what police be doing in the train station. This right here. Acting like they, reporting something? Or, nigga, you on Facebook right now, Instagram. Stop playing. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward, because now the landlords are sounding the alarm on Mom Dami, talking about a rent freeze. And if you do the rent freeze, woo, they're talking about a lot of problems are going to happen. I mean, a 1-bedroom is only about, let's say, $2,700. 2-bedroom is about $3,500. 3-bedroom, I would say $4,500. And that's in a low-income neighborhood. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. I want to show you the rest of this, though.
He says, well, he's shocked that it happened here at a subway station. He says he's not at all surprised. He says in a subway station like this, there are only 3 things that you can do: hit the ground, run, or hide behind a column. Now, police say 2 men are in custody as of now, and no injuries have been reported at this time. No charges have been filed. Reporting live in Midtown Manhattan, Addie Guajardo, CBS News, New York.
Okay, nobody got pow. God bless that. But what does that mean? We were lucky that nobody got pow down there. Because look, and now all of a sudden the police want to be down there like this. And as soon as that tape come down, EMS, a man for himself. Let's keep on going, you guys, on this landlord topic.
Let's go to this. New York City landlords sounding the alarm over Mandami's rent freeze plan. Madison Allworth joining us from Brooklyn. Madison, what are the landlords saying about this? They're not happy, I'm sure.
No, they're definitely not, Stuart. And they're saying that the affordability crisis is only going to get worse because this is all about access to these units. Right now, there is
no hourly wage to satisfy rent. Think about that. Let's say you make $20 an hour, right? And you got to pay $3 to go to work, right? Then you got to eat. Then you got to have some type of clothes. You got to have some rent money, right? Think about it. How much money can you actually save? And you only make, like, let's say $20 an hour. Where the hell are you living at?
are thousands of units that are not being rented out because it no longer makes financial sense. It's called warehousing. And what landlords are telling me is that if this rent freeze goes into effect, thousands more units will be taken off the market, which means everything that is remaining goes up in price. Landlord groups like Gotham Housing Alliance tell me that there are tens of thousands of apartments that are sitting empty because rent is too low to justify the renovations that would be needed. And it's not just the renovation cost. That's what's so important about this story. Landlords are sounding the alarm over property taxes. So take, for example, this building you see here. These are 4 units. You see 1 staircase here, 3 behind me. Back in 2017, when this was built, the property taxes for just 1 unit right here was nearly $25,000. Now, 8 years later, it's up to $44,000. You've seen a 44% increase in property taxes alone. Rent obviously hasn't gone up 44%. Landlords say this is all because of New York City government making the problem worse, and they fear it's only going to get to be a bigger problem. Take a listen.
When did this become an ATM machine? Or an open checkbook? When do you get an open checkbook that you can write on any time, hey, we're going to increase it again. Hey, we're going to increase it again. This is an ATM machine. This is what happened in New York City. This is exactly what was your unaffordable. Stop. This is what it is. This is your unaffordable. Okay? And it's going to go up again.
Okay, so I just want to correct myself because I said 44 twice. Each unit here, $25,000 property taxes back in 2017. Today, it's
okay. You ready, y'all? This is 1-bedroom apartments. I know the letters. The numbers are backwards. Okay, here we go. Manhattan for a 1-bedroom apartment for 1-year lease, $4,510 for 1 bedroom. Brooklyn, $3,600. Queens, $3,425. What hourly wage would you have to make to satisfy that? Please talk to me.
$36,000. That's that 44% increase. But you do see on screen, rents are also going up. We're in Brooklyn. Rent is up here nearly 10%. In Queens, even worse, over 10%. So you can see why a policy like a rent freeze sounds really good to the voters that elected Zohran Mamdani. The mayor-elect has talked about lowering landlord costs. He's mentioned things like adjusting property taxes as part of this larger equation around rent freeze. But Lopes warns that if nothing is done and we see this rent freeze and property taxes stay as high as they are and continue to raise, you're going to see thousands of units come off the market next year. Stu?
Because instead of them bringing those apartments back on the market, they want to keep those apartments because they feel like I got to keep this apartment at this price, because if I let somebody come in and keep it at this price, I'm not being able to even have a fair wage. And I can't even go in there as the landlord to spend the $10,000 that's needed to renovate, because I'm not going to be able to make my money back in the rent. So that's two situations that you guys got to look at that from. It's just crazy out here. New York, New York. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Real talk. Let's keep on moving forward. Do your boy a favor if y'all appreciate the content. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up to get more people here. Yeah, we're not doing ignorant information and content right now. We're actually educating ourselves, so we're not going to get that other crowd today. We're going to get the smart crowd. So we appreciate you guys for chiming in with knowledgeable information and follow-ups. That's what I like. I don't care about the numbers, because most of the people are just here for hoopla and just to have fun. I like when we have a great dialogue with smart people that we can actually get some fat on our brains and learn from stuff. Let's get on over to Colorado, where a judge rules in favor of extraditing this Colorado woman suspected of her own kids. And I was holding this story for a little while, you guys, so you might hear some older dates, but some of these stories are hard for me to tell. Show.
We begin tonight with an update on the Colorado Springs mom accused of drugging and killing her 2 children. A judge ruled in London today in favor of extraditing Kimberly Singler back to Colorado. This all happened back in December of 2023. Colorado Springs police got a call about a burglary at an apartment off North Powers Boulevard. That is where CSPD found Singler's 9-year-old daughter and 7-year-old son dead. Her 11-year-old daughter also had injuries. Now, because police were investigating this as a burglary, Singler was not taken into custody right away. A few days later, officials found that that burglary, in fact, did not happen, then issued an arrest warrant for Singler. 11 days after that, she was arrested in the United Kingdom. Since then, she's been fighting for her extradition back to the U.S. NBC News correspondent Danielle Hamamjian reports on the decision to send Singler back to Colorado, plus the consequences she could face.
While the judge ruled today that the extradition of Kimberly Singler to the United States can go ahead, Singler did not appear in court today, though she was listening online.
Good.
Her lawyers say she continues to deny the allegations against her, claiming she's not responsible for.
So why you leave and you leave the kid here?
The deaths of her 2 children, nor is she responsible, she claims, for injuring a 3rd child. She also claims there were flaws in the way the investigation was carried out by the Colorado police. The crimes she's accused of carry an automatic life sentence without parole back home. Her legal team argues that can be a breach of the European human rights law, which the UK follows. The defense argued today similar extraditions have routinely been found not to breach the European human rights law, and in the end, the judge agreed and struck down Singler's application to stay in the United Kingdom. A date for her extradition has yet to be announced.
Yep, you're bringing your ass back to Colorado so that you can have your day in court. And yes, she needs to definitely have her day in court, because what she did was terrible. A few years ago, but we're definitely, and no, older story, but they finally caught up with her, and now she need to bring her ass back to the States to stand for what she did. Want to say thank you and send a prayer up as well for the 2 children that lost their lives in this tragic situation, and I hope that the 11-year-old is pulling through as well. And yes, we say that today. Amen. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got a suspect that they're looking for in that deadly powwowing the other day in California. We got a lot to cover today. I got to keep on moving forward, you guys. I told you we got a lot. We got a lot. Let's go.
To a breaking news story in California, police there are searching for a suspect after a mass shooting leaves 4 people dead and 10 others injured. After this all happened at a banquet hall in Stockton overnight, officials say the victims range in age from just children up to adults. We want to take you to the Golden State.
So this literally happened at a children's party where some stupid idiots thought that it was okay to do that at a children's party.
That's where we find Christina Coleman. She's live for us in Los Angeles. Christina.
Hi, Kevin. Authorities are searching for whoever killed 4 people and injured 10 others in a mass shooting last night. It happened during a family gathering just before 6 o'clock in the evening at a banquet hall in Stockton, California. That's about 50 miles south of Sacramento. The city's vice mayor said this occurred at a child's birthday party. Again, the shooter in this case is still on the loose.
Our #1 priority right now is identifying the suspect in this incident.
And so far, no word on a motive or a description of a possible suspect, and authorities have not released the ages or conditions of the victims at this time. However, they did confirm the victims involved both adults and children.
This is Thanksgiving weekend. This is when families come together, celebrate, share memories, give each other love. And unfortunately tonight, heaven is a little bigger with the individuals, children and adults that unfortunately did not make it.
Authorities believe this may be a targeted incident. Investigators are exploring all possibilities to determine what led to this tragedy.
Violence of this nature has absolutely no place at any time, shape, or form, and children should not be harmed by gun and gang violence.
Governor Gavin Newsom was also briefed on this incident. His office described the shooting as horrific. Kevin?
Just horrific indeed. Heinous act of violence. I hope they catch this person.
I hope they catch him too, man. That was terrible right there. I know one thing. I'm telling you right now, all of that no snitch law, don't tell whoever like that. Kids have been involved in this, y'all. All of that is all off the table right now. And what's that? Refocal $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, and allegedly, I do say allegedly a lot. Thanks for the heads up. I do say allegedly a whole lot. Trust me, I do. And now I will take your cue for that. And thank you for the $2 super chat because you didn't have to give me jack. Thank you so much. Also, you guys, when it comes down to stories like that, it's really hard to see stuff like that. So I want to let you guys know that I don't try to switch gears and go into something all funny right after it because it does command and demand the respect that it should get as far as prayer for everyone that lost their lives in that tragic event, as well as all of the family members who are feeling the pain from it and the suffering from this, and anybody who actually is dealing with it right now. We ask the Lord for strength and understanding to get through tragic events like this all the time. And I say that today. Amen. Got to keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's keep on going. Now we got to get over to some Epstein information where this bombshell secrets revealed where his brother Michael says that he had dirt on the elite and powerful people, influential elections, and cancellations and much more. Let's get into the Epstein topics now, you guys. It's time to go. Let's get into our headers here and let's get to work. Let's go. Matter of fact, no. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to that one right there because I want you guys to see that too. Let's go ahead and open up those, squeeze in on those screens. I couldn't find this anywhere else, so you know whatever I find most of the time, I try to bring you as much as I can, especially if it has to do with our topic. Let's get into it without any interruptions.
Do you think your brother had information, knew things about powerful people that would have embarrassed them, potentially led them to be in the same position as he was in prison, and that was the reason?
I believe so, yes.
And what about the situation we've seen?
Jeffrey mentioned he had dirt on people. He didn't tell me what he knew, but he said, he led me to believe that he had, dirt on people.
Did he tell you who he knew things about?
Well, in the 2016 election, we were talking about the election, and Jeffrey told me that if he said what he knew about the candidates, they would have to cancel the election. That's a quote. That's exactly what he told me. He said, if I said what I knew about the candidates, they'd have to cancel the election. He didn't tell me what he knew, but that's what he said.
Do you think your brother had him?
Whoa. He he said if he said what he knew about that election, they would have to cancel it. That only, hey, Trump ain't singled out on that one. Who else was on the other side? That's right, Hillary. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got more. Because Bill Gates actually said that meeting with Jeffrey Epstein was a mistake. I'm going to be honest with you, Bill. I think it was a little more than a mistake, especially when we find emails where Jeffrey is suggesting that you donate $100 million to his investment plans.
Reported at that time that you had a number of meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, who, when you met him 10 years ago, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution.
Come on, you guys. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up to show your appreciation for our support. Let's get those numbers up to make the ends justify the means, you guys. We got enough people in here to do it. All you got to do, hit that like button, hit that notification button down there so that you guys can know when we're on. Also, if you haven't become a member yet, what you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel. Guess what? We do this every single day. That's right. Every day. So go ahead, double tap that screen to get more people over. How? Because what YouTube does, they send up a notification, and then those people, they come over and check us out. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get it. Bill Gates, Jeffrey Epstein.
From minors. What did you know about him when you were meeting with him, as you've said yourself, in the hopes of raising money?
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that. He had relationships with people he said, would give to global health, which is a interest I have. Not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction. Those meetings were a mistake. They didn't result in what he purported, and I cut them off. That goes back a long time ago now. So there's nothing new on that.
It was reported that you continue to meet with him over several years, and that, in other words, a number of meetings. What did you do when you found out about his background?
Well, I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's absolutely nothing new on that.
What do you guys think? Also, everybody, tell Rebecca thank you for the $2 super chat. Rebecca, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. We appreciate you. You guys believe anything that he's saying right now? Because it looked like he was just on some abba-dooba-baba-beeba. He was ready to say it, y'all. Abba-dooba-baba-beeba. Like, what do you mean abba-dooba-baba-beeba? That means I don't know what the hell to say right now. So, abba-dooba-baba-beeba.
Is there a lesson for you, for anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead, so
so I'm good because he ain't here to tell on me.
Generally, you always have to be careful, and I'm very proud of what we've done in philanthropy. Very proud of the work of the foundation. That's what I get up every day and focus on.
Did you guys know that on page 101 in The Nobody's Girl by Virginia Giuffre, she makes claims that Ghislaine Maxwell structured a pyramid of recruitment schemes in the New York City. They reserved afternoons for hunting at 3 p.m. when the high schools let out. They'd be on the streets looking for pretty girls to approach. Maxwell particularly was amazing at sussing out what a particular girl might want or need, and she tailored her pitch for maximum appeal. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I want you to understand the people that we're talking about possibly letting out on a pardon. I constantly keep reminding you about Ghislaine Maxwell. 3 o'clock hanging out, going to the schools, looking for kids. That's what she claims, allegedly.
Reported at that time that you had a number of meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, who, when you met him 10 years ago, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution from minors. What did you know about him when you were meeting with him, as you've said yourself, in the hopes of raising money?
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that. He had relationships with people he said, would give to global health, which is a interest I have. Not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction. Those.
Nah, bro, it went the other way, man. Come on, allegedly. They're saying allegedly, and then allegedly, like somebody keep on reminding me to say, allegedly, you did get a divorce after your wife told you stop messing with Jeffrey Epstein. But I ain't gonna go no more into that. Let's keep on going forward, because now we got an Epstein survivor that breaks her silence on the Mar-a-Lago and the fight for justice. Y'all didn't know how we get down over here. We've been doing this for a little while now. So if anybody know how to stack the deck, it's us.
Joining me now is Charlene Richard, an Epstein survivor who's speaking out and telling her story for the very first time tonight. And Sky and Amanda Roberts, the brother and sister-in-law of Virginia Giuffre, who have been fighting tirelessly for justice in her memory. I don't think we would be at this point we are today without their advocacy. Thank you, Charlene, for being here with us today. I want to start by just asking you, you have been through so much and you have decided to share your story today. You spoke at a press conference on Capitol Hill today. It looked like you'd done it before, but and here you are to share your story. Why did you decide that now was the time you wanted to share what you've been through?
Because I finally feel safe to be able to come out and tell my story, and I feel that it's time. Today is a monumental day, and I feel like we're making history, and I want to support everybody, all the girls that are there, and Sky and Amanda and everybody.
Yes, this is another reason why I always say to you guys, let's get the likes going, because it could be like 500 to 800 people up in here seeing information and stuff like this and getting empowered off of inspirational situations like this, where somebody's like, you know what, I've been seeing these people tell their story. I want to tell my story, and then finally crack the egg and get it out and be able to face the demon. And especially when you got a whole bunch of people talking about the same person, you feel empowered. Like, yeah, me too. What's up? Let's jump him. If he was still alive and he would have get jumped, he would have got beat down right now by all of these women. Call me what you want. If they wanted to whoop his ass and he was still alive, woo, they could have whooped his ass right now, boy. I'm telling you.
Everybody who's already been involved with this and speaking out before me.
I was watching your faces today when Charlene was talking, and so many of the other survivors, that you were not the only person who was speaking out for the first time today. It's so courageous what you did today and what you're here doing. And I was wondering what was going through your minds, because I know you think a lot about Virginia in these moments and how she inspired people, how she had the courage to come out. What was going through your mind when you were watching Charlene talk this morning?
Now the nest on the limb and the limb on the tree and the green grass grows all round and round.
Life is full of surprises. With Xfinity Wi-Fi, you can lock in your internet price for 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity, imagine that.
I felt Virginia. I felt Virginia in her voice, in Charlene's story, and who she is. And I think she was there empowering every single one of them and every single one of us. And we just miss her so much physically, but having this bond and connection, I've gained so many sisters and I'm so grateful for it. So it was a beautiful and powerful moment, and I think Virginia stays alive through all of us.
There's no question about that, and we're all wearing butterflies right now. I know Virginia's story has impacted so many people because they could see their daughters and their sisters and their neighbors. And I know
I want to make sure somebody asked us this from a couple of months ago. No, it's actually from 12 days ago, guys. It's 12 days ago. So it's pretty fresh, but we didn't have a chance to go through it. So that's why I'm bringing it up.
part of why you want to share your story too. I know this is incredibly difficult, so you can share what you want of your story. It's yours to share. Let me start by just asking you how you got involved in Epstein's world to begin with.
So I was modeling and traveling as a model, and I met him through a friend. He was heavily involved in the modeling system, I think I want to call it a system, because even though we have an agent and that agent gets us jobs, it's considered a job, but it's also it can be worked as a different kind of system for predators. And it's important that people are aware of that. And that's another reason why I'm speaking out.
They use these modeling agencies to get high-powered men to basically, you know, that's what they're basically trying to say. And throughout the modeling agency, they created a system in order to enforce bad situations like that.
Is because I really want all the young girls and boys, this is anybody, and not even if you're underage, if you're older as well, to understand what a predator is, what the signs are, and it's just very important.
I think that should go on both sides, you guys, because nowadays it's not just about men, predators as men trying to go after little girls. They go after little boys as well, and then women go after them too. They need to understand that their teachers might try to do something, and older parents, that's about dealing with your teenage boys and your teenage girls. You want to take them to the side too and make sure that their teachers and people around them are not doing certain things as well. You got to let them know. Of course, we definitely want you to respect and make sure that you're following the rules of all authority. But at the same time, you can come to me and talk to me about anything. And we need to start having those conversations, you know? Sometimes I know you probably don't go for it, but just let your kid tell you some stuff. Put them in the bathroom. That little trick that they do is say, you know what, you can say whatever you want for a whole minute. Just scream at the camera. Scream at the mirror. Let them release like that. This way they start getting stuff out. And you be on the outside like, what? What's going on here? At least it's a way of learning new information that I found. And this way maybe we can make a bridge where it's not so much of parents, children being so in fear of telling their parents certain things. If you make it natural to your children, as far as like when you guys are growing up, to share information with you, they won't hold back when they get older. And you can't be so, let's say, confrontational, because when you get to that 12-year-old stage that you and I were in, that 13-year-old stage of rebellion that you or I when I were in, when we thought nobody could tell us anything, that's actually the stage where we need somebody to kind of understand us, and probably the most important stages of our lives, because right after that is preteen to go getting to be an adult. Got to pay attention to our kids, and yes, make sure we're doing that. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. What do you think about universal pay? They're saying that AI jobs are about to take all the jobs, you guys. So far, AI jobs, the shakeup is accelerating. It is time for universal basic income. They're saying studies have shown that 11% of jobs can be done by AI. What do you guys think about that? I don't know if they can be doing Bugatti up here. I ain't really getting paid nothing to do this, but you think they can AI me and make an AI of me where you guys wouldn't know it's me? Like I can be like, you know what? I don't feel like doing the show today. I'm gonna let an AI character do it. Do you think that AI character can pull it off? To be honest with you, I don't think they can do it, because they don't break into character the way I do. Let's go, y'all. Let's do it. I'm safe with my job. I don't know about everybody else.
11.7% of the U.S. labor market, or as much as $1.2 trillion in wages across finance, healthcare, and professional services. The New York Times recently reported that Amazon is on the cusp of replacing what would be 600,000 warehouse jobs with robots, and plans to automate 75% of its operations. CNBC reporting that Salesforce, Walmart, Paramount, UPS, YouTube, and Meta have all announced new rounds of layoffs attributable to AI, with nearly 1 million job cuts nationwide this year. That's the job loss that we can measure. Now consider what some are predicting about the future. Goldman Sachs estimating that 6 to 7% of the U.S. workforce could be displaced due to AI adoption. They do note, however, that the impact may only be transitory, because new opportunities created by AI might ultimately put people to work in other capacities. A report by the McKinsey Global Institute finding that AI could displace 40% of American jobs due to automation by 2030. That analysis found that robots and AI agents could automate more than half of U.S. work hours, both manual and cognitive.
Think about it. You don't got to worry about people taking the day off. You ain't got to worry about nobody getting sick. what's that, maternity leave? Get out of here. I got a robot that don't get pregnant and don't get sick and don't want nothing but electricity to keep them running. That's what we up against right now, you guys. What you guys think about that? We got to keep on moving forward right now because we got another situation where these passengers recount a plane veering off the DSM runway. I told you guys we got a lot today. We got a lot to think about and to talk about right now. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I'm in the comments. I'm paying attention to you. Let's go.
It's been about 24 hours since a Delta flight from Detroit into Des Moines International Airport veered off the runway due to icy conditions. We spoke with some firsthand witnesses today, and here's what they had to say about watching all of this unfold.
The flight itself was a little bumpy, a little rough. Obviously, there's some weather in the area. But we got through it. We landed fine. And midway down the runway, you could just, we just kept going.
We were going, it seemed like a little bit quick, a little bit fast there. We could feel where we were sliding there.
So it was like being in a car that was not making a turn. Same kind of feeling.
So then, of course, they had to plow us out. And they were plowing and plowing, and firefighters came. We weren't told what.
So they got stuck in the snowbanks, you guys. They lucky that snow was actually there, probably.
It happened until the firefighters were there. We had emergency crew show up, and we're looking out the window wondering what that was for. And then the pilot told us what had happened, that we slid off. We hit ice. We slid off the runway. They got shuttle buses ready for us. We had to exit 14 of us at a time.
We ended up having to grab a room for the night there in Des Moines, so we didn't get home. That was a combination of things. Obviously, the weather and the roads weren't great anyway, but one of the consequences of this happening, and I still don't have it, is they kept all of our bags. So all of our checked luggage is still sitting on that plane.
It's been about 24.
That's because they ain't get the plane settled yet. They want to get all that ice and everything out of there. I'm just glad that you guys were safe and sound. I don't care about no luggage. Shit, if it was me, they can keep that luggage. Let's get on over to this follow-up situation right here that I found some exclusive situation here where this individual, I forgot his name. What is his name? Ramaphan. He says that the U.S. actions against South Africa are unmerited. And he's also saying that President Trump is no one to dictate them. Uh-oh, let's go. What is he saying right here? Let's go. Let's get it.
That the United States of America, which is a founding member of the G20, and which takes over the presidency of the G20 from South Africa in 2026, chose not to participate in the G20 Leaders Summit and the final meetings leading up to that summit. It is even more unfortunate that the reasons the United States gave for its non-participation were based on baseless and false allegations that South Africa is perpetrating genocide against Afrikaners and the confiscation of land from white people. This is blatant misinformation about our country.
I'd like to give everybody this.
We were most pleased that many organizations, businesses, and individuals from the United States participated in large numbers in G20 related activities such as the Business 20 Summit and the G20 Social Summit. South Africa valued their constructive and enthusiastic participation. Earlier this week, we formally handed over the G20 presidency for 2026 to the United States, observing the appropriate diplomatic protocols. A few days ago, President Donald Trump made a statement to the effect that South Africa would not be invited to participate in the G20 in the United States. He repeated untrue statements about genocide against Afrikaners and the confiscation of land from white people in our country. We must make it clear that South Africa is one of the founding members of the G20, and South Africa is therefore a member of the G20 in its own name and right. We will continue to participate as a full, active, and constructive member of the G20.
All right, you guys, like I said, I always try to give everybody fair input because you never know. Somebody might be interested in that. And what is it? Breaking news. It's breaking news. We got the feds that make a massive bust of fentanyl in this network run by illegals. Y'all thought it was over? We got more to go, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward. We working. Let's go.
The Justice Department has busted fentanyl rings run by illegal migrants. This is happening in Washington state. Jason Rance has the story, and he joins me now. Details, please, Jason. What's happened?
Yeah, so about 18 suspects in this case. They were connected, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, to an Ecuador-based drug operation operating all across Washington state, primarily Western Washington. They were running drug deliveries. They are accused of laundering money, having illegal weapons. And when we're talking about the drug ring here, I mean, we're talking about 105,000 fentanyl pills that were confiscated during this investigation. You had 34 kilos of fentanyl powder on top of heroin, cocaine, and they even found an IED. And when I spoke with Neil Floyd, the U.S. attorney out here, he confirmed to me that at least half of the 18 suspects are in this country illegally, and they believe that number will climb once they're able to ascertain a little bit more information on their backgrounds.
All right, next one for you, Jason. The city of Woodburn. It's in Oregon.
Nope, we got to keep on moving forward. I don't know about Woodburn, but I got more to burn over here because we got more of these stories to get into because I got a lot to get into, especially when it's about this woman right here that's been accused of powing a pastor. She's back in court. We do our follow-ups, just like I said. This is her first day back in court. Want to know what you guys think about this situation. It happened in the parking lot a few months ago. If you guys remember, I think it was still in the summertime. She's on bail right now, and the judge is following up with the story. Do me a favor, you guys, if y'all appreciate the content you're getting right now, let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's keep it moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's get it.
The woman charged with shooting and killing Pastor Ricky Floyd is currently out on bond. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for staying with us. I'm Alex Coleman.
And I'm April Thompson. But with new charges by a grand jury, including second-degree murder, Samantha Marion could face a new bond. WREG's Tarita Patterson has the latest on the case.
After a case of courtroom musical chairs,
just have a seat on that front row out in the audience, okay?
Samantha Marion finally took a seat in the area as directed by Judge Lee Coffey, waiting for her bond hearing to get underway Tuesday. Also in court, sitting just across the aisle, were friends and family of the man Marion is accused of shooting and killing Pastor Ricky Floyd. 43-year-old Marion was originally charged with voluntary manslaughter for the March shooting. Months later, at the end of August, more severe charges were handed down to include second-degree murder, employing a firearm with intent to commit a felony, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon.
State believes the bond and or conditions may not be adequate.
Judge Coffey went on to say the state has requested her already posted $100,000 bond be increased, but
it has to reflect the new charge. If they're going to keep her out on bond, that new bond has to reflect the new charge, so it has to be escalated since the charge is now being escalated.
But things will have to wait, at least for now.
This is not a good day to have a bond hearing because we have a lot of other things on the docket. Did not want to keep you here very long, a couple of days before Thanksgiving.
So heading into the holiday, Floyd's family will have to wait while Marion gets to spend time with her family. It's all part of the wheels of justice that are continuing to turn, her defense team told us.
We're going to have to have this hearing a week from now, and we'll see what the judge does.
We're going to have to wait a little over a week to learn what's next in a case we have been following for more than 8 months.
Yep, we've been following it for 8 months. As much as I get, I'm going to bring it to you guys now. We got to keep on moving forward to this next occurrence right here, because this is one, I don't know. I just can't. I don't know if I even want to say this, but you know what? I got to do it. So, yeah, here we go. We're going to go over to this. I can't say the word because I got in trouble saying this word before. Putin, scientist, his car goes bow bow outside of his home. I'm not going to say the ASS word because I know y'all going to get me for it, but I'm going to let them say it. Come on, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. Want you guys to see what's going on in this situation here. A car belonging to a Russian laser weapon scientist powed in Moscow after suspected went off. Y'all gonna make me say it, huh? The The Land Cruiser Prado bowed in Moscow. The vehicle belonged to a top Russian scientist working for Stetmar Polyurus Research Institute. The institute is a major military linked laser and quantum electronics center in Moscow. This could be results of the war that they're in right now. It could be resulting from a Ukraine strike, knowing who this person is and trying to take him out because he's a vital part of the Russian army. Or this could be something that's internal. Last week we saw the same thing happen where boom, somebody thought that they were good and it happens like that. It seems like the movies are now real life. I told y'all, we could think about it, and the next thing you know, in a couple of days, it's gonna happen. Do me a favor though, double tap that screen if you guys appreciate the content that you're getting right now. I gotta show you this one situation right here that I don't want to bring you, but I just want to say it's very graphic. We all love animals, but at a certain point, we gotta understand that we gotta be safe when it comes to zoos and when it comes down to children as well. I don't really think I even want to show you guys this story. I hope you don't take any offense to it when I show it to you. It's a horrifying event where a teenager lost his life to a zoo lion. I don't even really want to show you guys this, and I apologize early. It's pretty graphic. The story's pretty heavy. If you guys want me to cut it off while I'm showing it, just tell me to cut it off. I will. But yeah, I just don't want to. I don't want to not show things because of my own personal feelings. But I still want to make sure that you guys are getting up-to-date and current events about what's happening. This was 5 hours ago, released by the Post, and it's very graphic, you guys. So hope nobody, no kids or no minors are watching this.
Hola, baño, menino. Esta carrera.
So it's a horrifying moment where a video captures the horrifying moment where a troubled teen was pulled from a tree into a lion's pen at a Brazilian zoo. The 19-year-old who dreamed of becoming a lion tamer climbed a 20-foot fence to get into the big cat's enclosure. As shocked visitors watched helplessly when a big cat dragged him behind a wall. Nope, not gonna show anymore. Don't even know what happened after that, but it was a tragic situation right there. And he got away from whoever was supposed to be watching and caring for him. Want to pray for him as well as the family members and everybody who watched that tragic event in live spirits. And I hope anybody here was not offended by it. And I just want to show you guys up-to-date current events and real stuff that's actually happening. Terrible, tragic event. People hopefully can learn from it and the enclosure can actually be more secured. Ask for understanding, and can't even really blame the lion because he was in his habitat, Lord. Try to get some understanding and love out of this situation. We ask that today. Amen. Keep on moving forward, you guys. That right there, yeah. Didn't want to do it. Did not want to do it, but I had to. So now we got to try to make a better event, a better situation, just to try and see if we can, get past that one. Because we got a situation here where we got this off-duty paramedic who runs into a fire and saves a little girl. This happened like what? Let me make sure I get the dates right. And this was 13 hours ago, reported by Channel 11 News. You guys, let's go.
A dramatic video of the moment an off-duty paramedic saves a little girl from a raging fire in Larchmont.
Burning embers rained down on all of them during that rescue. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam explains.
Families survived hot flames burning dangerously close to their homes this holiday weekend. The inferno giving them another reason to count their blessings.
You got a lot to be thankful for.
This stunning blaze captured on Citizen app in East Hollywood. It happened on Thanksgiving, just before midnight. Trees near this two-story duplex caught fire.
I was upstairs and I heard what it sounded like a snowstorm, like snow hitting the window. And then I looked up and it was ash, and it was all sort of like bright red outside. I told my wife to call 911. I woke up the kids. I came out here. I banged on the door to wake my neighbors up. Their kid, I was the first one to wake up.
That kid is 7-year-old Savannah, who was actually awake, waiting for her mother to come home, but was greeted by her neighbor and this spark.
At first,
She like, mommy, okay, I see you trying to fix my sweater. She got the brush. You're going to be on the news, baby. Hold on. Go get that good sweater, the one that we just bought. The blue one. Hurry up. I'm just happy my baby alive, too. You damn right I'll be out there brushing her, kissing her. Get out of here. This is my baby right here.
I thought that it was just my imagination. I just standed there for like 10 seconds. I didn't know what to do.
Then she remembered her school's fire safety messages.
Don't grab anything, leave the house, leave wherever you are. And I told my grandma that there was a fire and she went to go alert everybody at the house.
Firefighters arrived to West Oakwood Avenue, including Richard, an off-duty paramedic who saw the fiery flash from his home.
So that guy just came out of nowhere and then I was there. And then he helped me get out of the fire.
Look at this. This is the dramatic moment Richard carried Savannah away from danger as ash and embers fell around them. Firefighters were able to quickly put out the flames. In daylight, you could see the fire's devastation. The family's vehicle destroyed. Firefighters have not condemned their property. The family says they're grateful to be alive and can still live in it.
Grandma's car is now like a marshmallow.
How thankful are you that your family is alive?
A million, bajillion, chillion% that I'm grateful. Because I love my family.
Savannah has minor burns and blisters on her feet from that hot debris. She saved lives. You're a hero.
Yeah.
And her neighbors.
That's really kind because that's what kind people do.
Firefighters say it's still not clear what caused the fire. In Larchmont, Tim Pulliam, ABC 7, Eyewitness News.
She said it went up like a marshmallow. The kids say some of the most innocent stuff, but it's crazy. It's just crazy. I can't believe it. I really can't. That's crazy right there. Y'all want another one? Because you know I got her. I got another one to make you feel even better right now. Because you know I ain't going to send you out of here feeling bad. Y'all know how we got to do it every morning. Just for that, do me a favor if y'all appreciate that content you just saw. Double tap that screen and get those likes up to let everybody know what we got going on over here. You know how we do. But now, I'm going to affect your eyeballs and your heart. That's what I like to do. Let's go. A Delta captain surprises none other than his grandfather. He's the pilot of the plane. And guess what? His grandfather can't be anything but satisfied to see his little tyke, his grandson doing his thing. Not a little tyke anymore exactly. Let's go.
Estimates about 82 million Americans are traveling at least 50 miles for Thanksgiving. It's all about gratitude, connection, and especially family. Chris Van Cleve is at Washington's Reagan National Airport with that story.
In Dallas, the day before Thanksgiving rush turned into a turkey trot for some flights.
That was me before in Dallas, running with my bag. It can happen. I'm not even playing with you. That was me. That same area right there, the check-ins and the arrivals.
Flyers who left their cars after getting stuck in this massive backup coming into DFW Airport. In the Midwest and Northeast, Wednesday's winter weather contributed to more than 6,000 flight delays and made driving treacherous at times. But many of the last-minute travelers braving one of the busiest days of the year found their trips surprisingly smooth.
We were nervous, but traffic was great and the parking was so easy. Everything's open, so we're happy.
As much of the nation sits down to dinner, a moment of thanks came early for Delta Captain Malik Senegal.
Come with me to the car.
He surprised his grandfather Albert, flying the man who raised him for the first time and fulfilling a promise he made as a little boy to one day pilot his grandpa's flight.
I'm really surprised by it, and I can't be more happy for him and for me too, you know.
He would spend his hard-earned money on a flight simulator when we really didn't have the money for that. and to finally give that dream back to them and show them that, hey, it paid off, and, you know, thank you for believing in me. It means a lot to me.
A high-flying moment of gratitude, marking a holiday built on giving thanks and being together.
It's just a full circle moment, and I finally get to share something I love with him for the first time.
And it wasn't just his grandfather. Captain Senegal was able to get the whole family together on the same flight for the first time. Now, for the trek home, we expect Sunday to be the busiest on the roads and at the airport.
All right, you guys, I know it was an older story, but you know what? You know what it's about with me. The fact that it was a good story. It was a story from the heart. It was up to date, and it's a Thanksgiving story. He got to fly his grandfather and to impress his grandfather. Don't you guys think that that was cool? Come on, y'all. Don't y'all think that that was cool? Also, it's going to be your last time to hit that like button. If you have not already become a member to the show, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscription down there. Hit the notification bell so that you know when we're on. And guess what? It's time for y'all to make some money, 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 money. If y'all trying to make about $350, all y'all got to do is hit that link in the description. That's right. Hit the link in the description and fill out the surveys. You guys will make some serious guapola. Y'all will make some money and I'll make some money too. Also, that's right, you guys. Y'all know we're going to help you guys promote your business because guess what? We just made it, y'all. Made it, Mom. 60,000 subscribers. That's right, you guys. Our bottom line, 60,000 plus subscribers. And it's all thanks to you guys. We're on our way to 70, 80, 90, 100, and we're getting our plaque. We're not going to stop. We're going to be here every single day, and we're going to keep on working, keep on bringing you guys the content that you know and love. And you know what time is. You know what we got to do right now, right? We got to do this. We got to say our prayers for Batty Lynn. Also, Casey Ramos. Also, we got to say our prayers for who else? We got Nino in the building. Liberty and Justice. Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. We always say our prayers for you, sis, and we hope that you feel great and up to speed. That's right, Sky. How you doing? Casey, my brother. Who's that right there? That's Key Nation RN. Sky. I see Batty Lynn, Rebecca Lanyen Bueno, Jay Sheldon, Dustin, also Miss Wanza, also Lawrence, also Luigi, also the people that are in here. We're talking about Who.Focus, also Sam Champion. Every single person up under my voice this morning. Want you guys to have a fantastic, safe, and healthy day. Amen. That's right, you guys. And also, it's coming up. It ain't over. Because you know how we do over here. We predict things. And when you have a good heart and a good objective, it always comes to pass. The Show Your Talent search. It used to be an idea. I remember when I said I want to do a talent search. Next thing you know, we're already 4 locations in and we've already been doing it. That's a perfect example to you guys. Never let anybody hold you back from the ideas and the visions that you have. As long as you plan on doing it and you can make it happen, you keep on moving forward. So with that being said, we're working on our Brooklyn location to do our number 4 in store for Big Drip Hard Punch. That's the 14% alcohol right there. That's it right there. Big Drip Hard Punch. That's that grape, purple, raspberry right there with the lemon blend. It's 14% alcohol right there. You guys, we got a talent show that we're doing, hosted by your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. That's right. That's the talent show where you in Manhattan, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, y'all roll up on us in one of our locations and you show us your talent. I don't know if you can do a backflip. You might be able to do a wheelie. Whatever your talent is, we want to see it. And if it's good, boom, you can make $250 right on the spot. After we do all 5 boroughs, we bring every single borough winner together in one central location in Manhattan where that one person can make $1,000 on top of the $250 that they've already made if they won their borough. That's right, you guys, the Show Your Talent search with my DJ. That's my DJ. Y'all know who I'm talking about. DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. Sometimes we go live off the show if we're not playing music because we control a set now. So when the music is off, we go live from the set. So if you're not in New York, you will still be able to experience the Show Your Talent search. All you got to do is go to the Big Drip Hard Punch Instagram page and follow the page. That's all you got to do. You'll be able to see it live there. We also do it on YouTube. It's a little bit easier on Instagram because they don't go too hard. But yeah, YouTube, we also show it there as well. The Show Your Talent search coming to Brooklyn. In about a week or two, we're going to get that location. All you guys got to do is put your email address in the website mailing link. Go to www.drinkbigdrip.com. Again, www.drinkbigdrip.com. First page, put your email address in that link, and we're going to send you updates for all the locations where we're going to be at doing the Show Your Talent search. Hopefully you guys can make some more money. It's Tuesday, you guys. I want you guys to be safe. I want you guys to drink some water and be good out there. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody break your stride. One thing I want to do, we haven't done it this week. I want you guys to follow me. Not in the chat. I want you guys to humanly follow me, because you control your emotions as well as what you do. You could be feeling terrible one day. All I want you guys to do is this. You ready? Follow me. 1, 2, 3. Smile. That's free. Make you feel all good up in here. Breathing good. That nice, refreshing feeling right there. That's what I'm talking about right there, you guys. Don't let nobody ever get you no stress like that. If you're ever feeling like you got to go and you got to pull yourself to the side, sometimes you got to smile for no reason, and you got to balance yourself out. Do not let other people's actions depict what you're going to do. And remember, as long as God give us another day to keep it going and to get it right, we're going to thank him for that, because problems present opportunities. You're lucky you woke up this morning. Now deal with the problem. With that being said, hump day tomorrow. Can't wait to see you guys. 6 a.m., same channel. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, get 'em! Peace.